Hello kiddos, I'm back again. My name is Indrakshi Samanta Das. You can call me Indrakshi teacher. Okay, so today this is our first video and we are going to start with किससे शुरू करें? देखो, last year you all were in nursery. Now you're in junior KG. आप लोग छोटा बेबी से थोड़ा बड़े में आ तो गए हो. तो let's learn something that we have already learned last year, but with a little modification. ज़्यादा difficult आज हम लोग कुछ नहीं पढ़ेंगे. हम लोग वही पढ़ेंगे जो हम already जानते हैं, but with a little modification. So today we are going to do patterns. Yes, you all know how to make patterns, but then again we need to practice it with a little modification, because this year you will learn how to write small letters. Yes, आप लोगों को पता है how to write alphabets, that is A to Z in capital letters, but we don't know how to write it in small letters. So this year we are going to learn small the lowercase of the alphabets, and for that reason we need to revise the patterns again with a little modification. So let's start. See, there are 4 basic patterns, very easy. So let's see what are those. First जो हम पढ़े थे, standing line. Which line is this? Standing line. Yes, we call this pattern standing line. Second is, what is this? Yes, it's a sleeping line. This line is standing, but this line is lying down on the bed. So this line is, we call this sleeping line. Next we had learned 2 types of curves. 2 types of curves. One is the right curve and the other one is the left curve. Yes, so we had learned about 2 types of curves, and the 4th pattern is the forward slash and the backward slash. We call them, किसी को याद है? Yes, we call them slanting lines. Yes, that's right. So how many basic patterns are there? We have standing line, we have sleeping line, we have curves, and we have slanting lines. So आज शुरुआत है, so we'll not do much. We'll only do the standing and the sleeping line. If you remember, जब हम नर्सरी में राइटिंग शुरू किए थे, we used to start writing from this red line till the second blue line. If you have your English notebook right now with you, you can see that your English notebook has 4 lines in it. It has 4 lines in it in 2 different colors, red and the blue color. ये 2 color use करके देखो 4 lines drawn हैं. ऊपर एक red line है, then in between we have 2 blue lines, and at the bottom we have red line. While writing the alphabets in capital letters, we never use this red line that is lying at the bottom. हम कभी ये blue line को cross करके नीचे नहीं आते हैं. From A to Z, whatever letters we have written, we have always used these 3 lines, but we have never crossed this second blue line. But while writing the small letters, we need to use all the 4 lines, because कुछ alphabets ऐसे हैं जो हमें लिखना है ये 3 line को use करके, but there are few alphabets in the lower case. For writing those, we need to use these 3 lines. Okay, so आज देखते हैं हम लोग पैटर्न कैसे सीखे थे और अभी हम पैटर्न्स कैसे प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. हम लोग पहले क्या करते थे? While writing the standing line, we used to start from this red line. Yes, we used to start from this red line and we used to draw a straight line till the second blue line, and that's how we used to make standing lines. जो हम पिछले साल सीखे थे, we used to make standing line like this. See, I have already made one for you. We used to start from the red line till this second blue line. यहाँ से शुरू करके we used to go down like this, okay, from the red line to the blue line. But अभी हम लोग सीखेंगे to make a straight line in between these two blue lines. That is, we will start our standing line from this first blue line to the second blue line. एक छोटा सा स्टैंडिंग लाइन बनाएंगे, बेबी स्टैंडिंग लाइन, बड़ा स्टैंडिंग लाइन नहीं बनाएंगे. सो कहाँ से शुरू करना है? विल बी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस, यस, विल बी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस ब्लू लाइन टिल द सेकेंड ब्लू लाइन. ठीक है, एक छोटा सा स्टैंडिंग लाइन बनाएंगे. अभी देखो स्लीपिंग लाइन कैसे बना हुआ है. आप लोग रात को कैसे सोते हो? आप लोग सो जाते हो ना, यू जस्ट लाई डाउन. तो कैसे लगते हो? हाउ डू यू लुक? You look like this. Look at the straw. Right now it's in a standing position. But अगर ये straw सो गया तो we will call it that right now this particular straw is in a sleeping position, and exactly that's how our sleeping line looks. Making sleeping line is very easy. हम लोग last year भी जैसे sleeping line बनाते थे, इस साल भी हम वैसे ही sleeping line बनाएंगे. ये जो ब्लू लाइन है ना, सेकेंड ब्लू लाइन, हम उसके ऊपर एक स्ट्रेट लाइन बनाएंगे. बी वेरी केयरफुल, जिगजैग मत बनाना, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा लाइन नहीं होना चाहिए. बी वेरी केयरफुल बोथ वाइल मेकिंग द स्टैंडिंग लाइन एंड द स्लीपिंग लाइन. बी वेरी केयरफुल, लाइन शुड बी स्ट्रेट, लाइन शुड बी स्ट्रेट. अगर आप लोगों को शुरुआत में करने में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, आई विल आस्क योर मॉम एंड डैड टू गिव यू डॉट्स. They will give you dots like this, but you will have to trace it very nicely and very neatly. हिलाना नहीं है, सीधा सीधा ट्रेस करना है डॉट्स को और एक सीधा लाइन बनाना है. So while making the slipping line, we'll just put our pencil on the second blue line and we'll make a straight line like this. So this is our standing line and this is our sleeping line. This line is standing, so we'll call it standing line, and this line is sleeping, so we'll call it the sleeping line. Look at this straw. This straw is standing right now. Look at me, I'm also standing. This line is also standing, straw is also standing, sorry. So this straw right now, it's in a standing position, so this straw is looking like a standing line. But if we look at the scale, इस स्केल को बहुत नींद आ रही है, ये सो गया. देखो, सो दिस स्ट्रॉ इज स्टैंडिंग बट दिस स्केल इज स्लीपिंग. सो अ स्टैंडिंग लाइन लुक्स लाइक दिस and our sleeping line looks like the scale. देखो, both the lines are straight, both the objects are straight. इसमें कोई curves नहीं है, कोई zigzag नहीं है, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. So these are very basic and easy patterns, very easy to make. Just keep it in mind, neatly or straight करके करना है. Sleeping line would look like this, सो जाएगा line, and standing line will stand up, it will remain standing. So keep this in mind, practice at home. I'll show you in a wooden slate how to make the standing and the sleeping line. Look, I have a wooden slate. You may have it at your home or you may not, so you can practice in your English notebook. This is how our standing line looks. So you can just hold a pencil like this and draw. See, this is how we make standing lines. Okay, this is how we make standing lines. And what about the sleeping lines? वो line तो सोता है पर बनाना तो पड़ेगा ना. This is how our sleeping line looks. So you will have to make straight lines like this. Okay, these are easy but बहुत neatly करना पड़ेगा. So do it nicely. सिर्फ इतना याद रखना, नर्सरी में जैसे करते थे 3 लाइन्स यूज़ नहीं करना है, सिर्फ ये 2 लाइन यूज़ करना है. ये फर्स्ट ब्लू लाइन से सेकंड ब्लू लाइन तक छोटा सा स्टैंडिंग लाइन बनाना, और स्लीपिंग लाइन बनाते वक्त ये जो सेकंड ब्लू लाइन है उसके ऊपर एक सीधा सीधा लाइन बनाना. So practice at home. I'm going to send you the worksheet. Don't bother your parents much. Listen to them, practice. I'm going to ask you in the interactive session what you have done, kitna kiye ho. I'm going to ask everything. At that time, you will have to answer me. Till that time, till we meet again, take care of yourself, okay? Bye. Good morning students, I am back again with a new video. I am your Indrakshi teacher. Today we are going to learn patterns. Yes, we have been doing this since our last year. हम last year से already patterns सीख रहे थे. But this year, as I said, we are again revising it in a little different way so that it's easy for us to write small alphabets, small letters, okay? So usually how do we write patterns? हम patterns कैसे लिखते हैं? Usually we start from this red line that is at the top and then we write till the second blue line. That is how we had learned to write patterns when we were in nursery. But this year, how we are doing it? We are doing it in between these two blue lines. Yes. We are doing it in between these two blue lines because these two blue lines are going to help you in writing small letters. So, in our first video, if you remember, we have revised. Which pattern is this? Anyone? This is standing line. Yes, this is standing line. So, in our previous video, we have learnt about standing line. We have learned how to make it in between these two lines, and we have also done sleeping line. We have done standing and sleeping line. Sleeping line is easy. We just need to make a straight line on this blue line, and the standing line we had written in between this two blue lines. Okay. Today we will be learning two types of slanting lines. Yes, today we will be learning two types of slanting line, though many of you already know, but this time we are going to make the slanting lines in between these two blue lines. Yes, we are going to make the slanting lines in between these two blue lines. Now, before going deep into this, let's revise. Like, what is slanting line? Say the straw. I'm holding the straw in this way, okay? We call this the straw. Right now it's looking like a standing line, okay? I'm holding it this way, so this straw is looking like a standing line. But if I hold the straw in this way, अगर ये straw मैं ऐसे पकड़ूँ तो हम इसको क्या बोलेंगे? This straw then will look like a sleeping line. Yes, it looks like a sleeping line. But if I hold the straw in this way or in this way, the straw is looking neither like a standing line nor like a sleeping line. ये सीधा भी खड़ा नहीं है और पूरा सोया हुआ भी नहीं है, पर क्या थोड़ा सा tilted है, थोड़ा सा tilted है. So we call this slanting lines. We can make slanting line either like this or like this. So in both the ways we can make slanting lines. Look at this pencil. Look at this pencil. If I am holding the pencil like this, we can say that the pencil is looking like a standing line. Yes, if I hold the pencil like this, in that case I can say that the pencil is looking like a sleeping line. But if I hold the pencil in this way or in this way, in that case we would say that the pencil looks like slanting lines. Yes, अगर मैं ऐसे थोड़ा सा इसको tilt करके पकड़ूँ, सीधा ना पकड़ के, तो हम बोलेंगे that the pencil is looking like a slanting line. Yeah, so there are two types of slanting line as I told you. ऐसे भी हो सकते हैं और ऐसे भी हो सकता है. If you remember letter A, like any one of you, capital A, ठीक है? How do we write capital A? We take the help of two slanting lines. Yes, we take the help of two slanting lines. See, first we make a slanting line like this, and then again we make another slanting line like this, and in between we make a small sleeping line. See, I've written letter A. Have you seen? And then again we use slanting line in letter K, letter R, Q. Yes, we use a small slanting line after making a circle. And then what else? We use slanting lines in making Z, making Y, and yes, X. We can't think of letter X without making slanting lines, because those are the two patterns that are very important. Without them you can't make X. Like this, see, and this. By crisscrossing each other, that's how we write letter X. So now we will see how to make slanting line in between these two blue lines. Let's start. We'll start from here, from the first blue line, and then we'll make a small slanting line. Okay, फिर से दिखाओ. We'll start from here. ये blue line से शुरू करेंगे, and then we'll make a small slanting line. Again, we'll start from here, and we'll make a small slanting line. Abhi, shall I show you in the other way? We'll put our pencil here, and we'll write it this way. Okay, we'll put our pencil here and we'll make it this way. Please don't start from the red line. I know you have a habit of writing capital letters, so you may tend to start, writing from the red line, but please don't do it, because we are practicing it in a different way. So you need to start from this blue line and then end your pattern here. ठीक है? So this is what these are slanting lines. Yes, these are slanting lines, and there are two types of slanting lines. Now we will see another kind of pattern today that also you have done in your previous year. So let's revise again. See this. Which pattern is this? Yes, anyone? Please don't tell me this is letter C. I know it looks like a letter C, but when we are saying patterns, when we talk about patterns, we call it curve. Yes, we call it curve, and there are two types of curves. We can make curve this way or this way. So in both ways we can make curves, either this way or this way. Look at your ear. Right now you can look at my ear. So see, the shape of my ear is like a curve. Look at this here. The shape of my ear is like a curve. If you fold your hands like this, ठीक है, it looks like a curve. See? Yes. Letter C looks like this curve. Letter C looks like this curve. And even while writing letter D, we first make a standing line and then we make a big curve like this, and that's how we write letter D. We even use curves while making letter B, then G, yes, then we use it for P, R and S. Yes, for S also we need to make two curves, one like this and the other one like this. ठीक है? So now we will see here how to make curves. We'll start from the blue line. Please don't start from the red line. We'll start from the blue line and we'll make a small C. Okay? We'll start from here and we'll make a small C. Now let's see the other way. We'll start from here and we'll make a small C. Please don't ask your mom and dad to give you dots, because you are in junior KG right now and you should know how to write without dots. You're already grown up, okay? So don't ask your mom, please give me dots, otherwise I'm not going to write. Please don't say that, otherwise I'm going to scold you, I'm telling you. So how to write? This way. So today we have learned two patterns. Not learned actually, we have revised two patterns, slanting lines and curves. Slanting line and curves. So we already know standing line, we already know sleeping line. Now we know how to make slanting line and curves in between these two blue lines. So keep practicing at home. I'm going to send you homework. In our next interactive session, I'm going to ask each one of you to show me how you have done it. Okay, so keep practicing at home and take care of yourself until we meet again. Bye. Hello kiddos, a very good morning to all of you. I am back with a new video. I am your Indrakshi teacher. Okay, so what are we learning today? We have learned patterns. So now it's time to learn how to write alphabet. Well, you will say that teacher, we already know how to write letters. Yes, you know, but you only know how to write capital letters, but you don't know how to write small letters. So today we are starting with the small letters. So what is the first letter in the English alphabet? Yes, anyone? Yes, it's A. Letter A is the first letter in the English alphabet. So now let's see how to write capital A. Okay, let's do one thing. Before jumping into the writing part, let's do the recognition once. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Here we have capital A and beside that we have small a too. You all know how a capital A looks like, but see, small a is also written along with the capital A. So here we have capital A and small a. And what are the objects that start with the small a? Here it is. Apple, A for apple, A for axe, A for ape, and A for ant. So here you see, here are four objects that starts with letter A. Now let's go to the writing part. Here are the four patterns: standing line, sleeping line, two types of slanting lines, and two types of curves. Let's revise. Let's see how to write capital A first. For writing capital letters, we always start from this line, from this red line. So we make one slanting line like this. Then we make the second slanting line. Okay, and then in between we make a small slipping line. Can you see this? While writing capital letters, we use these three lines. Okay, especially for writing letter A. We start from this red line that is at the top and then we continue writing till the second blue line. But for writing small a, we'll start from this blue line and we will be using only these two blue lines. By using the space in between these two blue lines, we are going to write small a. Let's see. So for writing small a, we'll be using this curve. So we'll make a small curve in between these two blue lines and then a standing line starting from here. Starting from the first blue line to the second blue line. Done? And then just make a small curve like this. See how nicely I have written small a? Would you like to see it again? Well, I'll show you capital A once again. For writing capital A, yes, repeat after me. We'll have to make what? Two slanting lines. Yes, for writing capital A, we need to make two slanting lines. Yes, so just repeat after me. Slanting line number 1, slanting line number 2, and a sleeping line in the middle. And for writing small a, what do we need to do? We need to use which curve? This one? No, we need to use this curve. So a small curve in between these two blue lines, then a small standing line from the first blue line to the second blue line, and then a small curve here. So see how easily we have written small a by using two patterns. One is the curve and the other one is the standing line. So keep practicing at home, and while practicing, please don't practice only small letters, because if you do so, you will eventually forget how to write capital letters. So whenever you're practicing letter A, always practice both the cases, the uppercase and the lowercase as well. I mean the capital letters and the small letter as well. First you need to write capital A and then you will have to write small a, just the way I have done. ठीक है? So take care of yourself, keep practicing until we meet again. Bye. Hello children, I am your Indrakshi teacher. I am back again with a new video. First of all, a very good morning to all of you. Well, today again we are going to learn a new letter. Yes, I know you already know all the 26 letters of the English alphabet, but you only know how to write them in capital letters. But now you need to know how to write them in small letters. In our previous video, if you remember, I had taught you how to write small a. Yes, I had revised how to write capital A, and along with that, I also taught you how to write small a. Now tell me, which letter comes after letter A? Yeah, anyone? It's letter B. After A, we have letter B. So today we are going to learn the second letter of the English alphabet, and that is letter B. Let's do a quick recapitulation of the recognition of the letter B. Look here. This is letter B. Here we have both the capital letter and the small letter. This is how our capital B looks, and just beside that we have small b as well. So the first one is the capital B and the second one is the small b. Now tell me, which are the objects that starts with letter B? B for boy. Then what do we have? Balloon. All of you play with balloon, right? So we have B for balloon here. Then in the jungle, what do we see? We find B for bear, and then we have B for bicycle. Many of you must be having bicycle at home, and I'm sure you must enjoy riding your bicycle too. So see, today we have learned 4 new words. Not new, but yes, today we have learned 4 words. The starting letter of each of these words starts with letter B, as in B for boy, B for balloon, B for bear, and B for bicycle. Now let's go into the writing part. Let's see. Here we have the 4 basic patterns, as I have taught you how to write these patterns in between these 2 blue lines. So we'll first revise how to write capital B, okay? For writing capital B, you will have to tell me. Yes, tell me how to write capital B. You all know. Yeah? First, we need to make a, yes, standing line. That's correct. And from where do we need to make the standing line? From this red line that is at the top. So from here, we need to start till the second blue line. We need to make a standing line first. See, I have done it. Then I need to make 2 small curves like this. From this red line till this first blue line, 1 small curve. And then again, from this first blue line to the second blue line, another small curve. See how nicely by using 2 patterns I have written capital B. Now let's see how to write small b. For writing small b, it's quite similar to capital B. So please don't get confused. What we need to do is, we need to make a long standing line. We won't be writing in between these 2 blue lines. I know I have taught you how to make the patterns in between these 2 blue lines, but for writing small b, we need all these 3 lines, okay? So first, just like capital B, we'll have to make a long standing line using these 3 lines. And then in the next step, don't make any curve here. Just make a small curve in between these 2 blue lines like this. That's it. And our small b is ready. So let's see once again how to write capital B. Step number 1, standing line. Step number 2, a small curve. And step number 3, again a small curve. But while writing small b, how to do it? First, a standing line just like capital B. And then just a small curve in between these 2 blue lines. See, I have written small b. This is capital B, this is small b. This is capital B and this is small b. The only difference between the capital B and the small b is, in capital B we have 2 curves, but in small b we have only 1 small curve. Okay? So you will have to practice, otherwise you are going to forget. But while practicing, don't forget to practice letter A as well. Yeah, you are learning how to write B, but along with it, you also need to practice capital A and small a. If you don't do that, you will forget. So keep practicing at home and take care of yourself. Bye.